Hello guys, in this class we are going to discuss about what is RID, and if I want to take the values from the end user, we use lightning input. So these two parameters we are going to study. One is what is RID, what is the purpose of RID, and second one is what is the use of lightning input. If I want to take the values from the if I want to take the values from the end user, so we use this lightning input. Once the user enters some values like name, marks and all, I need some variables or attributes or something else to store those values. So to we can use the attributes to store these values which are entered by the user, or you can use RID also. Okay, anything you can use. Okay, if I want to use attributes, I should define individually each and every attribute. For example, if user enters 10 details, I should define 10 attributes. Instead of defining 10 attributes, it is better to go for RID. Okay, now so when user entered the student name, that is stored in the RID of name of type string. Whenever user enters the student marks, that's stored in the marks RID. RID is marks of type decimal. Okay, now after entering marks and name, user clicks the button details. This is having on clicking the details button, this invoke method calls, which is in turn calls the controller. Okay, now I define invoke here. So here I am, it is RID is there. So with the help of RID, how I am getting these values into the controller, with the help of method something like component dot find RID. I have to write RID. Here the RID is name. Dot component dot find dot RID dot get v dot value. V dot value is common here. Okay. For marks, for student marks, I am declaring the value, some variable here to store this value into this one. Okay. Where marks is equal to, or you can write where m is equal to component dot find RID is marks dot get v dot value. Okay, so now in this name and marks, name is there, marks is there, I am declaring a variable result. Okay, if marks greater than 35, result is equal to pass, else result is equal to fail. Already you know all these things. Now I am assigning this result. Okay, component dot find RID is result. Component dot find RID is result. Okay, dot set here, dot get. Okay, dot set v dot value. What we are setting, this result value we are setting. This result value we are setting. Once pass or fail came, this value is set to the RID, which is equal to result. So then result displayed here. Okay, let us see the component and application. This is the component and this is the controller. Okay, from the input components, how will you set the values and get the values based on ID? To get the value based on ID, component dot find ID of element dot get value. To set same component dot find ID of the element dot set. Okay, component dot find ID of the element dot set v dot value. A is the variable which you want to store into this value. Okay, if I go for preview this, yeah, student name, for example, if I write Ashok, if marks equal to some 23 less than 35, fail. If marks equal to some 67, pass. More than 35, pass. Less than 35, fail. Means based on the user input values, the values we are changing. Okay, result is changed. Based on the user input values, we are changing the result. Okay, thank you.